everyone, welcome to my channel. First, I want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2024. I don't know if you did anything to celebrate last night, so I'm filming this on January 1, and I hope to have this uploaded tonight. So, are you someone that did something fun and exciting last night? Did you stay home? Did you even stay up until midnight? My original plan was I wasn't even going to stay up till midnight. I was planning to go to bed. I'm just tired and worn out and still trying to get caught up on sleep. But then my 20-year-old niece, who technically lives here but spends most of her time at her boyfriend's house, reached out to find out what I was doing last night. And I said nothing, but if you would like to come over and your boyfriend would like to come over, feel free to do so. And so her and her twin brother, she's a twin, they both came over with their significant others and we just hung out. It was low key, watched a movie and rang in the new year together. So I ended up being up probably close till 1 a.m. So I am a little bit tired today, although I did sleep in. It feels like, I don't know, I'm the type of person that I need to be able to, I need to go to bed early because even when I do sleep in a little bit, it's not great sleep the next morning, But anyhow, what did you do for New Year's? Did you celebrate? If you are inclined to let me know down below, I'd love to hear what you guys did. Even if it was, I'm going to stay home and do nothing, or I'm going to go to bed early. I definitely am past the years where I go out and do exciting stuff for New Year's. So anyhow, so just wanted to kind of open up with that. The other thing is, so this is my last Should You Melt This for 2023. And at the end of the video, I am going to go through a few things about kind of my overall results for 2023. How much new wax did I bring in? How many empties did I have for the year? So kind of what the net difference is in my wax collection. But first, let me go ahead and jump in. This is probably gonna be a little bit longer of a video. I do have some empties that I'm gonna go through. So I do have some of those I'm gonna share, but I'm also gonna go through my non-empties. Typically, kind of how I've approached wax melting most of this year was focusing on trying to finish things, but the last kind of couple weeks, I really did focus on trying to melt some of the new stuff I brought in. Obviously, I didn't really make much of a dent. I mean, there's only so much you can melt, and I really do leave my wax in my warmers as long as they're a scent, generally speaking. So if a wax that I'm melting is performing in the last 12 hours, then I typically will leave it in for the 12 hours. But I do have a lot of non-empties I'd like to go through because I did melt a lot of different scents that I brought in recently. So let me go ahead and jump in for empties. Okay, so I finished a mini loaf from Second and Spruce. This is Holiday Market. This is Fraser Fir, caramel apple cider, and a hint of cinnamon and sugar. I have to say, I feel like this was probably my favorite Christmas tree type scent that I melted this year. This week of Christmas, I should say, or week and a half of Christmas. Second and Spruce performs fantastic in my home. I've heard nothing but great things from other people as far as overall performance and throw. And this blend in particular was just beautiful. It was a beautiful blend of tree and then the caramel apple cider. So it wasn't overly cidery. And the cinnamon sugar just made it very warm and comforting and beautiful. Like this was a favorite for me. So I believe I think I have a tub in this that I did pick up that was left over from her ready to ship. So I'm super excited to have more of this. I'm probably going to try to melt through it this winter and not hold on to it until next year, just because I don't know what the shelf life is for, and because I love this one so much, I want to make sure I enjoy it. But absolutely love this one. Let's see, I also finished, I should try and do this by vendor. I also finished from Second and Spruce Dark Nights. This is Palo Santo, Mallow Fireside, Vanilla Bean Mallow, and Blackberry. This also was a fantastic scent and really, really good. The Blackberry mixed with the Mallow Fireside, the Palo Santo, it's just a beautiful, warm, kind of comforting blackberry scent. Absolutely love this one as well. This lasts pretty much all day. I will say, like, near the end of the day, you pretty much are only smelling, like, at least for me, the Palo Santo is kind of what's left in as far as fragrance. So once it gets down to kind of just that Palo Santo note, then I'm like, okay, ready to change this out and melt something else. But it's a beautiful scent for at least 8 hours, where you kind of get the notes from all of those oils that are in here. Definite repurchase for me. I don't have any more of this now, but I would definitely look for it and purchase it again. Let's see, I think that's all I have for empties from Second and Spruce. Yeah, so from Swanky, I finished I think it was like a rose shape in Winter Soiree. I think this is a Winter Bath & Body Works type with like Vanilla Bean Noel, I believe it is. I like her Winter Nights. That is Winter Soiree plus I think Palo Santo. I think that's my favorite winter blend from Swanky, but this did perform really well, and it's just a nice, beautiful winter scent. And this is from November 2022. I will say too, so like the holiday market, I melted in my open concept twice, and then the dark nights, I think I melted in my bedroom a couple times, and then 2 or 3 times, I believe. And the Winter Soiree, I think, was in my bedroom as well, just because of the size. And in my bedroom bathroom, so I should kind of say this at the beginning, it's hot plate warmers in my bedroom and bathroom, 3 hot plate warmers. My living room, I have 5 warmers. It's 2 tea lights, 1 hot plate, and 2 light bulb warmers. The light bulb warmers are 25-watt light bulb warmers from Walmart, and I generally only buy light bulb warmers that either have a glass dish or a metal dish. I find they just transmit the heat the best as opposed to like ceramic dishes. And I also make sure that the like dish is very close to the light bulb, so it projects, it gives off a lot of heat, you know, and those warmers seem to work really well for me. My office, I have 1 hot plate and 1 light bulb that's from Amazon, the light bulb warmer. I think it's a 25-watt as well. Yeah, it's a 25-watt. So just as I say, like where I melt things, you'll know. Okay, I had 2 of the same scent from Dessa's, from her advent calendar in 2022, because I did buy 2 advent calendars just to make sure I had enough to be able to melt in a particular area, you know, for more than 1 warmer. So this is Dashing Through the Snow, which is fresh snow, shimmering pine, bay leaves, winterwood, cinnamon leaf. This smells really nice on cold, like a very fresh air kind of tree type scent, but it was very, very, very light in my warmers, which I was surprised about because these are only from last December. So they're about a year old. Typically my Dessa's will last, the shelf life for Dessa's is a lot longer than that, and usually I get pretty strong performance. But these were kind of on the light side. I also finished from Dessa's. Oh, I am going out of order. That's okay, I'll circle back. So from Dessa's, I finished one of these kind of small bars or snap bars, whatever she calls them, in sugared zucchini streusel. This is zucchini bread, sugar cookies, and cinnamon streusel crumble. This is a fantastic scent, just a nice kind of warm cinnamon bakery scent with that zucchini bread. I do really like this scent, and this is a decent performer for me. This is from May of last year, May of 2022. Definite repurchase, although I'll probably get it more in blends versus on its own. I also melted warm vanilla sugar, or finished warm vanilla sugar. I actually blended this with the sugared zucchini streusel, and I really love warm vanilla sugar with bakery scents, and her warm vanilla sugar, I think, to me seems like a pretty much a good dupe for Bath & Body Works. This is from February of last year. Again, warm vanilla sugar probably won't melt it on its own, but I do really like, in the future I'll probably just get it in blends or whatever, because I do really like it with bakery or like with strawberry, different things like that. But this one was a good performer from Dessa's. So let me jump back to Swanky because there was a couple others that I missed. So this one here is Sweater Weather Leaves and Falling Leaves. This was like a chunk, I think it was a chunk that I got in like a kind of like a sampler or whatever. And I think I put this in my laundry room, and I mostly got the Sweater Weather, which her Sweater Weather to me smells like a dupe of the Bath & Body Works Sweater Weather. I really, really did enjoy it. Smelled great. I don't think I really got the leaves or the falling leaves, whatever the leaves and falling leaves is. I also had this mystery kind of little sample from her. This is dated of November of this year, so I must have got this as a sample in my last order. Yeah, this was a bakery scent. I think I put this in my laundry room as well, kind of like a fruity bakery. I'm not sure the specific scents, but it smelled really good and performed well in my laundry room. My laundry room has a hot plate warmer, by the way. Okay. And then, sorry, I was checking my phone. Let's see, from Lavender and Speckles, I finished this bag of apple and pine. This is mac apple, roasted pine cones, and a hint of pumpkin pie spice. So this one really, you could smell the mac apple as well as the kind of like the pine cone scent. I honestly did not realize there was pumpkin pie spice in this until I read the scent description right now. This performed well. I think I melted this twice because there's 6 little bunts. So I did 4 bunts in my open concept area. I cut 1 bunt in half to put it in the 2 light bulb warmers, and then the rest of the warmers get a whole bunt. It was beautiful. Good kind of mac apple pine cone. I guess there was a warmth to it, so I think the pumpkin pie spice just kind of added a warmth to this blend. Then I had melted it once before and I can't remember where, but this did really well. I have been having good luck with Lavender and Speckles. She does have a pre-order coming up on, I think, January 6th, so I think I'm going to go ahead and order some more scents from her in that opening, or in that pre-order. From Rainbow Melts, I finished, this was like a snowflake in winter citrus wreath. This is zesty citrus, evergreen, balsam, and clove. To me, this smells like a dupe of the Bath & Body Works scent. Just a very nice citrusy tree scent. Because of that citrus note, it kind of leans more of like a clean, fresh type scent versus like a warm, you know, tree type scent or whatever. But I really do like this. It was a good performer, nice and strong. This is the one, if you looked at one of my prior videos, I think it was my Second and Spruce haul, I got this scent from Second and Spruce as well. But when I was melting this, my niece walked into the house and said, "It smells like a tree in here, like a Christmas tree." And she's like, "But isn't that a fake tree?" So she thought, she was confused as to why she was smelling a Christmas tree scent. And I was like, "Oh, it's the wax I have in." So to her nose, this smelled like a very authentic tree type scent. So good performer. From Rose Girls, I had this bag of like, I think it had like 4 or 5 little chunk shapes in Spruce Willis, which is blue spruce flannel type. This is definitely over a year old, but I don't know how old because I don't have it dated. I feel like I might have got this in a D-stash that I purchased, I think. So it would have been maybe last year or the year before. I used this only in my laundry room because this type of scent, it's, you know, with the flannel, is a very kind of clean laundry type scent. The blue spruce, yeah, I think it came off just overall as like kind of a clean, fresh, outdoorsy, has a little bit of kind of a cologne-y type scent. It's a nice scent, something I would enjoy for my laundry room. It didn't perform that great in my laundry room. I could smell it a little bit, but it wasn't real strong. Like, based on how strong it smells in the bag, I would expect it to smell stronger in the laundry room, but it was kind of on the lighter side. So I don't know if that was because of age, possibly, for that particular one, because I definitely know it's at least definitely over a year old. From Candles from the Keeping Room, I finished this bag of Toasted Praline Pear, which is a Bath & Body Works type. This is from February of last year. I melted this a couple times. I think both times I melted it in my bedroom. I can't remember now if I did it once in my open concept, but to finish it off this week, I had 3 smaller shapes left in here that I just did in my bedroom and bathroom. This is a nice scent. It's kind of like more of like a medium throw, but it's just a nice kind of little bit maybe of like a body care kind of pear, like praline scent. So that Toasted Praline was actually quite nice because it wasn't too heavy for a praline. A praline is one of those scents that sometimes can be too cloying or too heavy for me, but this one was really nice. And then that pear, like, I don't think it was distinctly pear, but just it was overall very pretty scent. I think I have one more bag of this scent from Candles from the Keeping Room. And then let's see, I finished a large clamshell from the Bathing Garden. This is a French Country Christmas, and this is French Vanilla and Balsam. I absolutely love this scent. It's such a pretty balsam with that French vanilla. Yeah. It's like the French vanilla just gives it kind of a softness to the balsam. And then her balsam is kind of like a nice sweet scent. This is a really good performer for me, so I really do enjoy this scent. And I have another large clam in this, so I'm glad that I have more of that. From L3, I have 3 things that I emptied. This first one here is a bundt in almond macaroon, leaves, and buttercream frosting. This is from October last year. I think I must have gotten this in a sampler. I love this scent. It was so beautiful. It was just a like a warm outdoorsy type scent. That like almond macaroon and buttercream frosting really warmed up the leaf scent. And I don't know if her leaves, I don't think her leaves is an exact dupe of the Bath & Body Works. I feel like it's more of a fresh outdoorsy scent. It smells so pretty. Yeah, this is a blend I would definitely get again. So I'm going to definitely make a note of this for like next fall to request that. Then I finished, I'm getting a bunch of text messages. Then I finished this doggy bag from a custom that I did. This is Sleepy Time, pink sugar, and rosemary mint. And Sleepy Time is a lavender scent. This is from December 2021. Love this blend. I love lavender and mint. She has a really good rosemary mint as well. And the pink sugar, it was just a good blend of that lavender, pink sugar, and rosemary mint. So very comforting for nighttime. And then I finished a loaf in Escape Room. This loaf I have been working on for a while. This is from December 2021. This is peppermint, whipped cream, and sugar cookie royale. It's weird because with this blend, I kind of like went in waves. Like it always performed well. Sometimes I really enjoyed it, and sometimes I was like, ugh, it's too heavy bakery, or it's too much mint or peppermint. It was weird. I think it was just my nose preference was like all over the place the last like couple months, because I think this has been in my nighttime melting basket for at least a couple months. So it was good. I think if I got this again, it would probably be just in a smaller format, not a loaf, not something so big. That does take quite a while to get through. So anyhow, those are all my empties. Now I do have some non-empties that I want to share. I'm going to try to go through it somewhat quickly. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so from I Heart Wax, I melted this once. This is rosemary mint. I did not read the scent description when I ordered this in one of my orders. This is actually rosemary and spearmint, which I'm not a fan of spearmint. Pretty much from any vendor. I've had the occasional scent blend that has spearmint in it that I've enjoyed, but generally speaking, I don't care for spearmint. It smells too much like bubble gum to me, and that's exactly what this smelled like. It smelled like spearmint gum. The spearmint was really strong, like super, super strong, even like kind of nose clearing strong. So it was a fantastic performer, but just not a preference of mine. My mom said she likes spearmint, so I might give this to my mom just so that it does get used, because I probably won't melt it. And then, let's see, is that all? Oh, I also melted from I Heart Wax this blend in Aberley Latrice. This is a lavender and then 2 bakery scents. I can't remember if it's like Vanilla Bean Noel and Birthday Cake or something like this. This is a house blend. This, though, was one that I did in a custom order, and Audra said she used the wrong lavender, so it was a sweet lavender, and so she sent me a replacement. So when I smell this on cold, I barely even detect any lavender in it because it is such a sweet lavender. On warm, it's a nice scent, but to me, there's not enough lavender in it. So I'll continue melting this because I feel like I get more of the bakery notes in this. It's very, very nice, but not really a lavender scent to me, but I still really enjoy it. And it's a great performer. So I love I Heart Wax. I've been having really good luck with her wax. So just trying to see if I have any more I Heart Wax in here. No, I think that's it. Okay, so let's see. From Swanky, I do want to talk about this one. This is Holiday that I melted just one time in my open concept. First of all, I love the loaf with the pine cone and stuff. This is Palo Santo roasted pine cones and smoked vanilla. Oh my God, I love this scent. On cold, I loved it. On warm, I absolutely loved it. Just like that blend of the Palo Santo and pine cones with the smoked vanilla, like perfection, perfection. So warm, beautiful, kind of wintry type tree scent, just absolutely beautiful. So excited to have this and be able to kind of continue melting this through winter. So fantastic blend. Let's see. Oops, I think I might have bumped my camera. So one of the things I want to talk about, is, okay, so I have a candle melting in my candle crock from Bath and Body Works. It's the Perfect Christmas, which is like a tree note, Christmas tree. Is it sugar cookies and cinnamon and sugar or something like that, right? I think, yeah, it's like pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow. That's what the blend is. And I looked at this wax because I have three. Okay, I have 3 scents here that are supposed to be dupes of the Perfect Christmas from Bath and Body Works. So I have Salt Mountain Melts, Dessa's, and Sassy Girl Aroma. So I kind of want to talk about all these. Okay, so first of all, the candle, I've burned it before in past years. I absolutely love it. Such a great blend of that tree and the like toasted marshmallow and that cinnamon sugar. Just a very warm, comforting kind of Christmas tree scent. When I smelled all of these on cold, I think Best Christmas from Sassy Girl Aroma on cold probably smells like it's the most similar, like the closest dupe. On warm, I would have to say, I don't know that any of these are an exact dupe, but I'm not a Perfect Christmas like pro, first of all. Like I've only been like buying it for a couple years. I discovered it maybe 2-3 years ago. And I have found over the past few days that the candle has changed. So I lit it in my bathroom, but I just wasn't getting a good scent of like the candle itself. I was smelling more of like the smoke from the wicks or whatever. So I put it in my candle crock maybe 4 or 5 days ago. 3, 4, 5 days ago. When I first put it in my candle crock, I got more of the tree note. I feel like it was a beautiful kind of soft tree scent, and I feel like I just got the warmth of the cinnamon sugar without smelling any of the actual cinnamon. But over the last like day, it's now started to lean more smoky. So originally I was gonna say that Dessa's version, which she calls Perfectly Christmas, and then Sassy Girl Aroma's version, which she calls Best Christmas, both of them, when I warm them, are more smoky than the candle. They definitely come off a lot more smoky. Now, I still really like both of them. In particular, I really love Dessa's. It's just a very comforting scent. But today, the candle kind of turned more of the smoky, fiery note in it. Doesn't smell like burnt or anything, but just a lot more smokiness has come out in the candle now. So now the way the candle is smelling, it does remind me a lot of these two, or these two remind me a lot of the candle. Both of these are fantastic performers. I got great throw, good longevity from both Dessa's and Sassy Girl Aroma. Really do like them. I just feel like the candle has kind of changed a little bit, and initially I felt like I got more of that really nice warm Christmas tree scent. That these two both come off a little bit more smoky from the get-go. So they're good, and I would say it probably is going to base a little bit on your experience and stuff. So I really did enjoy both of these, and I'm like excited to keep melting both of them, and they were both good performers. Now, Salt Mountain Melts, which she calls Pine Ridge Farm, and it's fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow. I don't recall if she marketed this as a dupe, but it has the same scent notes. And I know one of you asked me how similar it was. On cold, I didn't think it smelled the same. On warm, you get a lot more of the tree and the cinnamon in this one. A very nice scent, lasted a long time. And then I think the pine in this one is a different tree scent than what's in the Perfect Christmas from Bath and Body Works. The tree scents are different. Still a beautiful scent. I still really enjoyed it, but to me, this is not close to the Perfect Christmas at all, but still really nice. Then the other thing, let's see. I have a lot here and I'm trying to figure out what to go to next. Okay, so the other one I was curious about is, where is it at? Oh, Holiday. So I was curious if this was gonna smell, this is from now Teddy Bees, if this was gonna smell like the Perfect Christmas. On cold, it smells like the Perfect Christmas, I feel like. But this is the scent of wreaths hanging, cookies baking, winter garland, and a warm fireplace. So it doesn't mention cinnamon sugar, but I was like, I wanted to melt this. So I put this in the warmer. This had a very, like, you can see how much I melted. I did this in 3 warmers. Did I do it in 3 or 4? Because I did it in my bedroom bathroom. I wanted to do it in a smaller room because this is one I just got. So it was just poured in September. Wait, this is September 2022. I think this is wrong. I think this is when she said it's supposed to say 2023 because it's definitely not from 2022. I just got this. But so I put it in either 3 or 4 warmers, and I did it in my bedroom so that I could, it was a smaller space because I wanted to see if I could smell it. I was able to smell it pretty much off the bat. It actually was quite strong for a newer version of Teddy Bees. It fizzled out kind of fast. Like I couldn't really smell it much after about the 3-hour mark. Which I do find that happens sometimes with her wax, so longer cure time will help it last longer as well in the warmer. But smelled beautiful. But then I was like, okay, this smells really familiar to me, but it's not the perfect Christmas. What I figured out is it actually smells like Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl Aroma, which I love both of these scents. So both very good. So I think this holiday, it's pepperberry wreath that she uses for the Christmas tree notes. So, you know, it says the wreaths hanging, cookies baking, warm fireplace. Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl Aroma is pepperberry wreath, sugar cookies, marshmallow fireside. So similar scent notes. And this is, so these smell almost identical on warm. Both very good. So if you like Sassy Girl Aroma, Christmas at Santa's, you would probably like Teddy Bees Holiday or vice versa. So this performed well initially, but was very short-lived. So I do want to, I have a loaf of this. I haven't hauled the loaf yet, but I do have a loaf in this. I'll probably melt it a little bit more, but I might kind of let this cure a little bit longer as well and see how that does. Christmas at Santa's from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is from January of 2022 now. So this is like hitting 2 years old. Great performer, beautiful, like warm, comforting scent. Love this one. I think I have this one plus 1 more loaf of that. So definitely don't need to buy more. Okay, I'm gonna do Teddy Bees now because I have melted quite a bit of Teddy Bees to give some different scents, kind of just try out some of the new scents. So this next one here is sugared chestnuts and apple butter. This on cold, oh my gosh, so fantastic. It just smells beautiful. So creamy, so delicious. It smells like edible. Yeah, just fantastic. The scent notes are apple butter, brown sugar, toasted chestnuts, clove, and notes of spice. On cold, you get a little bit of spice, but not a lot. It's just a really decadent apple butter with that brown sugar. The chestnuts that's in there, but it's very light. It's not a heavy, nutty scent at all. I melted it a couple times in my open concept and then also my bedroom. This was actually a very good performer. This was like a solid medium, probably like a 6.5 out of 10. And lasted quite a long time. On warm, as it sat in the warmer for a little bit of time, those spice notes did come out as it was in the warmer longer. Absolutely beautiful. I also got a loaf of this in the Teddy Bees RTS. I'm so excited to have more. It's just amazing, amazing, and pretty decent performance off the bat. It's October 23rd, 2023, so it's just over 2 months old, so good performer there. I also melted some of strawberry vanilla birch. Now this is from October 2022, I should say now, because we're in 2024. And this is strawberry pound cake and vanilla birch. Fantastic scent. When you first put in the warmer, so this had a pretty, like a solid medium, probably like between a 6 and a 7 performance. You got that beautiful strawberries pound cake mixed with that vanilla birch. I love those two together. I love the sweet decadentness of the strawberry pound cake with that vanilla birch. After a while, after several hours, that strawberry pound cake had kind of burned off and I was only getting like the vanilla birch. And at that point, and I don't even think I was getting much of the vanilla, it was kind of just some remnants of like the birch scent. And so I take it out because at that point it doesn't smell like it did at the beginning. So probably lasted like a good 6 or 7 hours with that initial like nice blend of the strawberry pound cake and the vanilla birch. But overall pretty good performance. Really do like that one. Okay, a couple others here. I melted some of this pumpkin woods. I really love this one on cold. This is pumpkin spice, sandalwood, patchouli, tobacco, palo santo, and cold winter woods. This was beautiful. This performed well. Also like a good 7 out of 10. I did melt it just in my 3 warmers in my bedroom and bathroom. And it lasted all day. And as the day progressed, it kind of morphed. Like you originally got some of like, it's not really a bakery scent, but you initially got kind of some of the tobacco, the patchouli, the sandalwood, like these really warm kind of outdoorsy notes. And then as the day progressed, it kind of then you got a little bit more spice notes. And then near the end of the day, I got mostly the Palo Santo. And then at that point, I was like, okay, ready for it to come out because all I was getting was the Palo Santo at the end. But it was very beautiful, really nice. I also think this one would be good if you blended it with some bakery, if you wanted to kind of tone down those notes, but it overall was a very pretty scent. I also have a loaf in this. I haven't filled my Teddy Bees RTS order yet because I went in when she first had her ready to ship and got some items. I'm looking over here because my box is sitting over there. And then after she shipped everything, she reposted everything. And there was something else, a couple more things I wanted to go in for. Plus she listed things from her own stash and I wanted to kind of check that out. So that box has been shipped. I'm going to get it sometime this week and then I will film my ready to ship. The next Teddy Bees one I melted is Oh Christmas Tree. I melted this, you can tell it's about like halfway used. I melted this in my open concept area. This is Balsam Fir, Frosted Juniper, fresh Sage, and Whipped Vanilla. This is just a beautiful Christmas tree scent. It smells like a legit tree. Very, very, very beautiful. A little bit of sweetness from that whipped vanilla. It just kind of helps smooth it out a little bit. So this is poured October 17th, 2023. This was nice because you could smell it, but it didn't like overpower the living room area, and I melted when I had company. So it just kind of gave a nice ambiance of a Christmas scent for the holidays. Absolutely beautiful. I also got a loaf in that one because I absolutely love it. And then the last one here from Teddy Bees is Witches Be Crazy for pistachio. The Witches Be Crazy is birthday cake, pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon spiced vanilla. And then that's blended with pistachio ice cream and notes of pistachio dream cake. On cold, I definitely get the pistachio and it smells beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, kind of nutty, creamy pistachio. On warm, I feel like the Witches Be Crazy comes out a little bit more than the pistachio on this, which I'm not too surprised about. That's why I got just the souffle. I did also get a loaf of this one, but I'm gonna let it cure and see. Like I might finish this one off just to kind of empty this and not have to put it back into my stash. But the loaf, I'm definitely gonna let it cure for a while in the hopes that that pistachio comes out more. If not, I'm hoping that Teddy Bees will pour some pistachio without the Witches Be Crazy, maybe some other pistachio bakery blends, because her pistachio is beautiful. It's not cherry leaning to my nose. Let's see, so then, oh, Glitterati. I melted some of my loaf of Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. This is a cherries, it's like plum, dark cherries, orange, and then like woodsy, peppery, woodsy undertones. One of my favorite scents for the holidays. This just smells just like the version I've got from Candles from the Keeping Room. That's who I first discovered it from, and she was the only vendor that I knew sold it until very recently. So I got this in my custom order. I did this loaf plus another loaf that's in a blend. I absolutely love this scent. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful Christmas scent without it being overly tree or overly woodsy. Because it's just, you get the dark plum, and you get the sweetness. It's just beautiful. Such a beautiful kind of holiday type scent. So, and this was a great performer. Glitterati does really, really, really well, at least in the first year or two. So I'm so excited. She's gonna have a pre-order on the 10th of January, the 10th of this month. From Second and Spruce, I have a few that are not finished. This first one here is eggnog, milk, and cookies. This is creamy eggnog layered with milk and cookies. I love her milk and cookies blend. I melted half of this in my open concept. Very, very strong, like great performer, but the eggnog, because it's her creamy eggnog, I didn't get any of that like eggnog spice. It did not on warm smell like eggnog to me. Like in here, it does smell like eggnog on cold, but definitely a very creamy version, not like you don't get much of the nutmeg or whatever that's in eggnog. On warm, this came off more as like a really creamy coconut type scent. And I don't know that I would have thought of coconut other than like one of my waxy friends had asked me about this. She mentioned that she was like, I melted it and it smelled like coconut. And then when I was melting it, so that thought was already in my head, you know, and then when I was melting, I was like, oh yeah, it does smell like a really creamy coconut. Like it did not smell like eggnog. I really liked it, but if you're expecting eggnog, this did not come off as eggnog. It came off as a really creamy kind of coconut bakery type scent. It performed well and it smelled really good, just not eggnog. So I think I will prefer her, is it like buttered rum eggnog? I think I melted one sample that I got from her in her buttered rum eggnog. Absolutely loved it. So I think I prefer that over her creamy eggnog when I'm looking for something that smells like eggnog. I also melted her gingerbread village. This is gingerbread cookies, holiday spices, buttered cream, and a dash of bakery goodness. Oh my God, this one is so fantastic. Yeah, I melted half of this in my open concept. Beautiful, rich, creamy bakery with a little bit of that gingerbread and those gingerbread spices. Strong, 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 fantastic performer. I had this going in my warmers at the same time that I had Winter White Woods in my candle crock. Winter White Woods is glistening icicles, dried cedarwood bark, spiced sandalwood with natural essential oils. But this just is a beautiful, wintry, woodsy scent. Oh, so good. These two together, because this was in my candle crock and this was in my warmers, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna, like next year, I'm gonna have to make a note of this, that these two went so good together, and see if Erica can do like this layered with like some woodsy, some kind of woodsy outdoorsy type scents, because it's woodsy Christmas tree scents just go so well with rich decadent bakery. Like these are just, they were fantastic. My nose was so happy. And like I had family that came into the living room and was like, oh my God, it smells amazing in here. I was like, I know, doesn't it? It just smells so good. So I kind of want to like melt this with like another tree scent or something, or some kind of a woodsy scent. So anyhow, but this candle really good, just beautiful. Just a beautiful wintry woodsy scent. What I do with my candles these days is I will light them in my bathroom, because I have a big bathroom and I have a standalone tub, and next to it I have like a table, like a little glass end table that's kind of behind the tub that I can put a candle and other things to kind of give the ambiance, because I love the ambiance of candles. I will light it first to see how it performs. If it performs well, I'll keep burning it, and then once it starts to turn, if I start having problems with the wicks, or it starts to turn where it's more smoky, or you're just getting like the wick flame smell, then I'll throw it in my candle crock. Some candles will perform good for a little while and then turn, and so I have to throw them in my candle crock. Some just never perform well, so they end up in my candle crock pretty early on. But I do try to burn at least a little bit to get the wax level down a little, because once this is done in my candle crock, I take it out while the wax is melted so I can dump it into a container that then I pop it out once it hardens and throw it away. I can put them in the freezer once they're hard, but I prefer to like hot dump it. And if the wax level is up too high, it's very hard to get out of my candle crock. So I try to burn a little bit to get it down a little bit, and then pull it out of the candle crock once it's done. But this, I would definitely get this scent again. Beautiful, beautiful woodsy scent. I think I got this last year or the year before, maybe 21. I think I got it in 2021. Okay, so then the next one from Second and Spruce, this is Christmas on Spruce. This is holiday wreath, festive berries, sugar cookies, and a hint of warm fireplace. I've melted this 2 times now. The first time I used half of the mini loaf in my open concept, but I've seen lots of people talk about how they use such a tiny amount, and I have a friend who said like she uses this like small amounts in each warmer. So then the second half I just used half of that. So I used a quarter of the whole mini loaf in my open concept because I was curious to see how it would do. It performed well, had a strong throw, just like when I used half. I do feel like maybe it fizzled out a little bit quicker than when I used the whole half. But this is a great scent. However, I would say all I smell is the holiday wreath and the festive berries. On warm, I don't feel like I got the sugar cookies or the warm fireplace. And then as it was melting, I feel like this is very similar to pepperberry wreath, which I know Sassy Girl has just pepperberry wreath on its own, as well as pepperberry wreath is what Sassy Girl uses in her Christmas at Santa's blend. So I think that's what the wreath and festive berries is in this, is pepperberry wreath. And that's pretty much all I smell on warm when it's melting. Yeah, it smells fantastic. Don't get me wrong, it smells amazing. Let me smell it compared to this pepperberry wreath. Well, okay, you know what? Yeah, it's the pepperberry wreath, but I do feel like I get a little bit of warmth from the fireplace. It's just not very distinguishable when you're melting it, but when you compare these two, you can tell the difference a little bit. But this is a beautiful scent. I do have a tub in that one as well. And then so I guess I'll tell you, I went ahead and melted some of this pepperberry wreath from Sassy Girl Aroma. It's a beautiful scent, very berry kind of wreath, greenery, Christmas greenery type scent, and strong performer. I really do like it. I do prefer this, I think, blended with like the fireplace or other warm scents or bakery scents, but it is a beautiful kind of berry greenery scent for Christmas. It performs well. My cat is scratching at the door because he wants out, but I literally had to stop and start this video like multiple times. So I'm trying to finish. We'll see if he will behave. Then the last vendor wax I want to talk about is Lavender and Speckles. I melted some of this strawberry musk. This is strawberry pound cake blended with icy vanilla woods. Fantastic scent. So she says right in her scent description, amazing, exclamation point. I used 4 of the little bunts and did it in my open concept. Beautiful. I love the strawberry pound cake with the iced vanilla woods. It was a great balance of the two. After several hours, when the strawberry pound cake kind of started wearing off, then you got more of just the iced vanilla woods. And then at that point I was kind of like, okay, I'm done with this scent. And I did take it out, but it did last quite a while. Beautiful scent. I do think she has this on her list for the pre-order on the 6th. Oh, it smells so good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get more, possibly get a large bag. We'll see. I haven't made my list yet, but I am planning on ordering from her opening on the 6th, or her pre-order on the 6th. Then the last thing I want to talk about from a wax perspective is I also went through this candle under the Christmas tree from Bath & Body Works. I love the container. It's such a beautiful wrap on this glass. So this is fir balsam, juniper berries, vanilla eggnog, and sage leaves. And I think this is from 2021 as well. Yeah, just a beautiful, I get a little bit of the smoky note from having burnt it, because I think this one I did burn it down like at least halfway, like a bit more than some of my other candles. But this is just a beautiful kind of Christmas tree scent, but that vanilla eggnog I think adds a little bit of warmth to it. It does have a little bit of a freshness from the juniper berries and the sage leaves, but it's very pretty. And yeah, I finished this off in my candle crock and it smelled great. I love all these tree scents. I'd have to say though, I think my favorite is probably the Winter White Woods. I think this one smelled fantastic. Okay, so that's kind of everything I got through, empties and non, over the past week and a half, 2 weeks. What I want to talk about, okay, kind of like update on how I did in 2023 with my wax purchases as well as like my empties. So I have been keeping a spreadsheet and I kind of started like my beginning inventory of what I had, and then any purchases I made for 2023, I track that in a separate column, as well as purchases made for 2023 and then empties for 2023. So I emptied, and that includes what I emptied that I just showed you guys in this video. As far as empties, 793. That's samples up to loaves, you know, so 1 ounce sample up to like 14, 15 ounce loaves. For purchases, and that includes, there's 3 hauls I'm going to be uploading over the next week. Bathing Garden, her winter collection, it's a small order. Southbound winter pre-order, it's not huge but also not tiny. And then my Teddy Bees RTS. Those purchases are all included in my 2023 purchases because half of my Teddy Bees RTS is already here, as well as my Southbound Bathing Garden orders are here. So I have received them in 2023, even though the videos are not going to get uploaded till 2024. And although I'm still waiting on part of my RTS from Teddy Bees, it was poured in 2023 and it should have been here earlier, except that Tiffany got sick, so she wasn't able to get everything out before the end of the year. So anyhow, so my purchases, again, from samples up to like loaves or whatever, was 978. So I did just shy of 200, roughly. I didn't do the exact math, but roughly 175-ish, right? I brought in more than what I used in 2023. And then the alarming part about that is most of that was since August. So I definitely went heavy on the purchases. Now I will say probably the one, I probably purchased the most from Candles from the Keeping Room this year, and that's because she was closing. So I went hard on her orders and got a lot. So that's not typical of what my behavior generally for most vendors. So because she's retired now and I won't be able to get her wax anymore. But so like my plans for this year, I'm not putting myself on kind of what you would call like a low buy or a no buy, but I am going to think about like those vendors where I have a lot of wax from. I'm going to try and like not buy from them for a while. So that includes like L3, Sassy Girl Aroma, K's, Dessa's. Are those the only ones? I mean, I have a ton of Candles from the Keeping Room, but she's not open anyways. So like those, I'm going to really try to refrain from ordering from, at least for maybe about 6 months or so. The vendors I really want to try to order from, there's 3, technically 4 actually. Teddy Bees I want to keep ordering from. Even though I have a good amount of Teddy Bees, I think most of my stuff is like winter fall blends right now that I've purchased this year. So I would like to get some kind of summery and non-holiday bakery scents from her. So I definitely want to order, I'm going to try not go crazy, but I definitely want to keep ordering from her because she only opens a few times a year anyways. Then Second and Spruce, love her wax. So I want to keep ordering from her because her wax has just been fantastic, and she is going to have a pre-order in February that's a Friends themed, so I thought that's going to be fun. So I'm really looking forward to getting some, like, again, non-holiday bakery and other scents from her. And then Lavender and Speckles, I think I want to order some more from. I'm not going to go too hard on Lavender and Speckles, but I do want to get some more scents. She has a pine cone sampler that she's doing in her pre-order on January 6th, and I'm kind of debating, like, I really want it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't need more winter scents, but I really want the pine cone sampler, so we'll see. I haven't fully decided yet. And then Glitterati is now going to pre-order style. Her first pre-order is going to be opening on January 10th, and I absolutely 100% need to order from her pre-order. I'm hoping she will include some loose bakery blends or even just as a standalone scent, and want to see what else she's offering. Her list is not going to be posted for another few days, I think, but I definitely want to do some Glitterati. So those are the 4 vendors that I think I will continue ordering from in the near future, and I'm going to try to refrain from trying any new vendors for right now, any additional new vendors. and definitely trying to refrain from ordering from those vendors where I have a lot of wax already and I need to focus on just using their stuff. So that's kind of like my thoughts for 2024. Just thought I would share with you guys. I'm really interested to see kind of, you know, for 2024, I want to definitely flip those numbers. I want to make sure I'm using more than I'm bringing in for the year. My cat's crying because he wants to get out. I'm also reorganizing my wax collection in my closet. So I have a huge kind of walk-in wraparound closet. It wraps around like the standalone tub. And I've bought some additional or some new kind of shelving units. Some of them came already that I put up, and then 2 more are coming. One's supposed to come tomorrow, one's supposed to come Wednesday. So I'm hoping to get those up and hoping to get kind of reorganized with my wax collection. And then next weekend, I really am hoping to do a wax collection video, more like a storage organization video. I'm not going to show you like every single scent I have, but kind of how I have it organized, what vendors I have, so you can kind of generally see how much. We'll see if those 2 units come in and it works like I expect. I'm hoping that it'll be organized how I want it to, and I can show you my collection. So and then I'll continue to have hauls, hopefully not as many. I'll continue to do my melting review videos, that type of stuff. So that's just kind of what's coming over the next month or so. So anyhow, again, happy 2024. I really wish all of you tons of blessings and just a happy, prosperous year. And I'm looking forward to kind of what this year has to bring. 2023 was hard, I think, for some of us. We've had some difficulties in our family near the end of this year. So I'm really looking forward to kind of making a little bit of a turn this year. So just, yeah, welcome to 2024. I'll talk to you guys soon.